Let's talk today about raising the bar, living in another dimension. I believe that in life we get what we asked for, and quite often we're just okay with what is, with the way people treat us, with the opportunities that come our way, and we compose with the situation. We kind of agree without ever thinking about it. The way people talk to us, the way people use our time or pick our brain, the way, just the way certain behaviors have become normal, although we don't want it to be. So it has to do with decisions. I've learned that from one of my coaches, Regan Hillier, and she talks about it in that way. She says, you get to live in a dimension or another by raising your level of tolerance. So she had me make a beautiful exercise that I'm sharing with you today. It's listing what we no longer accept from people and from life, and then making a second list about what is the opposite of that, meaning what I want from now on, because this is what I want, this is what I get to decide. And it all starts with the decision. And then obviously when we make a decision, we have to entertain thoughts that help us move forward, and then we have to take action. I don't only believe in magical thinking, that if I decide, everything will change. If I decide and I take action, then everything will change. I agree with that. I'm going to share an example. I used to be very fearful about finding apartments and just housing in general, also when traveling and things like that. And we were living in Costa Rica with my now husband, Christian, and I was kind of accepting to live in a place which was not really nice and that I didn't like, because it was supposed to be finished, but it was not finished. And I kept having conversations with the landlord, and she kept saying, yeah, it's going to be done tomorrow, and it was not done, and I could not work because internet was not good and all the things. But I was so afraid to tell her, okay, then I want a reimbursement. You pay me back and I'm going to find another place. Because I didn't feel that I could find something else, that life would support me to do it. I didn't feel that I had that in me, to just raise the bar and raise the level of tolerance of what I was accepting. And I was accepting too much at that time. And then I had a beautiful session with my therapist, Pierre-Antoine, and he said, Anne-Claire, you need to believe in yourself and believe that life will help you once you decide that you no longer want to live in this crappy place, which I did. So I asked for a payback, which I got, and then I found another place. And actually, it's interesting because once I made the decision to say no and to leave the home, I found another place. There was suddenly something available on Airbnb, and it was not before. And I believe that I changed my reality because I made the decision and I started to look for another place from a space inside of me that I knew I was no longer going to stay there. You know what I mean? It was sure, 100%. So I'm asking you today, make a list of things you no longer want to accept in your life. Can be, 10, 15, 20 bullet points. And then you're going to make another list. And you're going to turn it in a positive phrasing. Okay, I no longer accept to live in a crappy place, which is not finished with a crappy internet. I will now create for myself the possibility to live in beautiful homes which are quiet, peaceful, with high-speed internet. So do that, and really from a space of I decide, I get to choose for myself. So you can choose it for this summer, or you can choose it for forever, It can be related to your relationships, to your work life, to your relationship with money, anything that you find valuable to work on. And the more you choose yourself, and the more you decide from a place of love what's right for you, then the more life will send you exactly what you need and want. Trust it.